Hello everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. So today in this demo, I will be presenting the CIS next, how we can migrate the created apps from classic Big IP to the Big IP next. So in this demo, I will be presenting a very simple app, which is a transport server, and we will be migrating it from classic Big IP to the Big IP next. So before that, let me show you how the current architecture looks like and what are the components and how they are deployed. So we have a classic Big IP deployed in our lab where the current CIS 2.x is pointing to, and it is monitoring the resources in the default namespace where I have deployed a Hello World app, and it is exposed to the classic Big IP. Now, I'll be deploying another CIS 3.x which will point to the central manager, and in turn the central manager will deploy the app to the Big IP next. So I have already deployed the central manager and Big IP next and CIS 2.x classic Big IPs. And CIS 2.x and CIS 3.x both are using the F5 IPM controller, which is providing the IP address to this particular app. And the same IP address will be used when you are doing the transitioning from Big IP Classic to the Central Manager and Big IP Next. So this is about our control plane traffic and the data plane traffic. So let us just move to the demo now. So as you can see in my Cube system namespace, I have deployed an F5 IPM controller, which will provide the IP address to the application. And then I have also deployed the CIS 2.x deployment, which is pointing to the classic Big IP. And I have deployed an app here, which is a transport server app. And then this app is exposing a service called Hello World service on port 8080. And it is using an IPAM label called div. And let me show you the app spec also. So in the app spec, as you can see, it's a very simple app where I've just defined what is my pool, what is a service, and the IPAM level, which will be providing the IP address, of course. So let us look at the IPAM level also, what is the IP is assigned. So this is my IP address. So for this particular transport server, the IP is assigned it 10.9.0.1. So let us quickly verify the traffic as well here. So as you can see, this current traffic is coming from the classic Big IP. The response is coming from the classic Big IP, and the same app is also deployed on the classic Big IP here with the IP address of 10.9.0.1. Now what we need to do, gonna do for this migration is we need to shut down the CIS. We need to delete the IPAM resource so that the same IPs are not processed by both the CIS 2.x and the CIS 3.x. So first thing is I'll be just deleting the CIS 2.x.
So the transport server and the application, the actual app itself doesn't change. The only thing that we do is we are migrating from one CIS 2.x to CIS 3.x.
Yes. So
Correct?
this can be your
Yep.
maintenance window where you
Yep.
can just delete the CIS 2.x. You don't touch your app. You just delete CIS 2.x and you bring up the CIS 3.x. It's as simple as that. So let me
Nice.
just delete this CIS 2.x from here. And let me also delete the IPAM resource. And apart from that, I also need to delete the app from the classic Big IP because that app is still serving on the classic Big IP. So for that, I will be using the Postman collection here. So let me just delete that using a recall.
And that makes sense. The reason why we need to remove the app from the big IP is because the CRD is still remaining in Kubernetes, but manually we are removing the objects from one big IP to be added to the second big IP when CIS 3.x comes up. Yeah, so this deletes and cleans up the objects on the big IP classic. So it's more of a cleanup function.
So don't worry about the 422 error. The objects will still be deleted from the classic Big IP. So the app is now deleted from the classic big IP. Now, next thing what I need to do is just bring up my CIS 3.x. And as soon as I bring up the CIS 2.x, the app will be created on the central manager. So we can go to the applications here. And this is the app which is just now created a few seconds ago by the CIS 3.x. And if we see here, it is using the same IP address as 10.9.0.1 and the same port, right? And uh, for traffic to work, we need to wait till the networks are flushed by the switches and the routers so that the traffic may work. So we need to wait for at least 2 to 3 minutes to flush this app from the network, and then the traffic will start working with this class BGP next. The apps are flushed and the traffic is again coming. So there is no disruption to your apps when you're doing the migration. And the migration is smooth and very simple like that.